Guys, it's Halloween week. Yes! Hello, wonderful humans of the internet, how are we? My name is Sam Scott-Thorne and I am a vocal coach based in Glasgow. Now, if you'd like to meet and explore your voice a little more, you can find me on sstvocals.com. You can also find me on Patreon and various other social media platforms, and I'll put the handles down below and over there. Over there. I hope that's the right side. I've not filmed a video since moving, so I hope it's over there. If it's over there, then sorry. Now, if you'd like to consider becoming a patron, you have access to things like early release of reactions, you can fast track reactions, become a reaction, the special rules on my Discord server, and you have access to all sorts of bonus content like Vocal Anatomy 101, which is where you find out how the voice works. So consider becoming a patron and help shape my channel. So it's that time of year again. It's Halloween week, my favourite time of the year, and I am actually getting around to doing it this year. I missed it last year because I was getting surgery, so this year it's happening. I'm so pleased, and thanks for those who joined me on the live while I was putting this look together. Hopefully you like it. I'm the devil. Boo. So we're going to start the week with some Nightwish. This is Scaretale. I've never heard it. I think it's Anette that's singing, at least from the thumbnail that's what it looks like. So we're going to go and take a wee listen and see what we think. Oh, this is creepy as hell. Is that person on stilts? This is properly creepy. Now, the use of nursery rhymes in order to evoke fear is so clever. There's something just really creepy about groups of kids in a setting where you wouldn't want them to be. Like, everything gets scarier with groups of children singing in weird places. Abandoned hospital, scary. Put in some singing children, terrifying. Old mansion, creepy. Filled with singing children, terrifying. There's an aspect of singing children doing nursery rhymes that's terrifying. Plus, I heard a little bit of Ring a Ring of Roses. That was with reference to the plague, so we've already got a bit of death covered. Altogether, great start, very creepy. It's quite a long intro. Now, this is a really Nightwishy thing. I feel like I am on the back of a horse. I think I've said this before about them, and it is just charging. There's no room to get off. You're on this like thrill ride from the get-go, especially when this like double pedal drum comes in. It's just like relentless. So cool. The imagery as well is amazing. They've also added in like carnival clowns, zombie type looking things, so they're kind of sweeping up everything that they find creepy and horrific, and it's just lending itself so well to the sound, the whole epicness with the choir sound and these like bombastic booms of sound at you. It just really gets the blood pumping. It's great. I feel like Annette's about to start singing, but I just need to say this band are so good at tying what sounds like lots of different songs together. Like every song that I've heard of theirs has this movement that goes between like 4 or 5 themes generally. It's so musically clever. I feel like this part is getting a set for like almost a stillness for Annette to come in. It'll go like da somewhere around about there. That's a prediction. It might not be correct, but I feel like that's what's going to happen. Stillness. So I was actually wrong. There was a little bit of stillness, but it wasn't to make room for the vocal. They went back into this kind of heavy, like very staccato place. It's very cool. Anyway, Annette. This song suits her voice so well. She's got this impish, kind of twangy kind of sound to her voice. It kind of puts me in mind of the Oogie Boogie's boys from Nightmare Before Christmas. They've got this kind of mischievous sound. She has a mischievous sound as well. They've got this twangy sound. She has the twangy sound as well. She sounds like she's up to no good. It's very which makes me think that it's coming from the epiglottis, which sits over the vocal folds, and you can draw that in to make a little barrier over your vocal folds. It doesn't quite shut. It creates a condensed airflow, which makes this really condensed sound. And frequency-wise, it excites the ear, so it sounds punchy and bold and bright. Fantastic. I love the fact that you got a little glimpse of her just like doing this walk in the background. All this like crazy dark, like almost demented sounding music, and she's just like ba, 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 da, ba, da, ba, like a little walk through the market. I love it. I don't know if this is going to make sense to many people, but there's almost like a Harley Quinn-esque sound to her voice. Her voice just has a kind of a Harley Quinn kind of character to it. It's very like naughty. I mean, I've said mischievous. Naughty is just exactly the same way to describe it. But it's all coming from this twangy place, and it's very condensed. There's not a lot of projection. It's quite drawn in, but then punched back out. So it's very effective. I absolutely love it. The bride will lure you, cook you, eat you. Your dear innocence spoiled to feed the evil in need of the burning farms and wheeling pigs who love snakes to swim with. Oh, sweet poison, bite me. That bit with that scream, pigs, that was really cool. She is using loads and loads of different textures through her voice, but she's all keeping the character kind of similar the whole way through. There's little bits of cry coming through, almost like a Betty Boop kind of sound. There is a real cartoonishness to what we're hearing. This is very late. It's laid on super thick. She's not so much presenting herself as Annette. She is conveying this kind of story, and she's doing it with this charactered voice. I mean, I can't imagine that all of the songs that she sings, she sounds like this. This is very just out of the box. This is voice acting to me. It's great. Back to a different theme again.
Ladies and
Listen to his voice. Oh, Marko. The absolute force behind this voice. There's a lot of false chord kind of just being allowed to make that texture sound. So that I mean, if you pretend that you're being told to tidy your room as a teenager, like that. So he's adding that in, and then he's slowly easing that off into this more clean style of singing. He's adding in a little bit of vibrato in there. It's like resonant. It's almost got an operatic tone to it. It's just fantastic. I'm pretty sure I heard that turn into a little bit of a like high kind of squealy scream there. Couldn't quite make it out because I was too excited. But Marko, God amongst men. Listen to that. That's like a ghosty kind of sound. Again, I've said this before. He would be a great voice actor, and he's doing the same thing that Annette is doing. That he's not necessarily using his natural voice where his voice would want to go. He's turning on the character and he's pulling it out of him in this. It's not even an attempt, in a way, to make the song coherent, if you like. So I don't see this as an Annette and Marko performance. It feels like the piece as a whole needs a character, and that's what they're bringing. They're completely changing up their recipes in order to present this song the way that it needs to be presented. It's so impressive. What is going on? This is almost like super creepy polka. I would expect nothing less from Nightwish than to have this many different kind of tunes going on. So you can hear that guttural sound. That's false chord, I would imagine. Again, that what it is you're pushing from your core, almost like expelling the air like a cannon fire. Like if you leave this relaxed, it will not hurt. You're basically just firing air through your vocal fold at rest, and you get that. Everything else is just your articulators, so your lip shape, and will make a ha. You just need to change your lip shape. Everything else is exactly the same. Fantastic. Where are we going now? Again, la 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 la. That was flat as hell at the end. I just didn't realize how much breath I would need for that. Okay, again, a lot of false chord stuff going on. And when I say false chord, I'm not saying that it's like a false chord scream the way that metal people would describe false chord screaming. I'm saying that in order to make that textured sound, your false chords are coming into play, and that might just be by not retracting them and letting them sit at rest and allowing the air to kind of just flap them as they go by. So I'm not saying it's a false chord scream. I'm saying that it's false chords that are making that sound. But it's very easy sounding. It's very loose. It doesn't sound like constriction, which is where the false chords come together like that. It's nothing like that, because that would be sore and it wouldn't be sustainable. I love that he's kind of starting to mix a little bit of vocal through it, like as in a cleaner sound. He just knows how to blend these things into his vocal seamlessly, and I'm so impressed with him. laughing scream at the end. Just wild. So much texture. That's probably more of a fry kind of place. That's basically where your vocal folds are kind of loose and the air bubbles through them, but they are closed. So that kind of sound rather than which is more force, if you know what I mean. To draw that up and create this sound that sounds very, very forceful, very, very forward, is not an easy thing to do, and he just does it so easily. And I think maybe that there was a bit of Annette's vocal mixed in there as well, or I might just be being influenced by the video. I don't know. Now I can definitely hear a double tracked vocal here. That is giving it that extra push, that kind of spooky detached sound. They're not completely doubled, like they are doubled, but it's not like the same thing that's just been done twice. It's like they've recorded it twice, so you get a tiny bit of variation off of the sound, and it just creates this, yeah, you can almost hear the space between the vocals, and that sounds even more punchy. I love the little inflection she does at the end of some of these phrases, that little kind of cry sound. They're super, super quick, so you could miss them if you're not concentrating, but they are really, really well done. They add, again, that little bit of like Harley Quinn-esque kind of sound. She's really good. That was wild. That was so good. I love Nightwish. There's not a song I've heard of theirs that I have not instantly just been like like an absolute, I don't know the word. Tell me what you think I behave like when I hear Nightwish in the comments, and please be gentle. That was fantastic. What a great way to start off Halloween week. I hope you enjoyed that. If you did, please give it a like and a thumbs up down below. And if you want to hear more from me or see more from me or whatever the hell it is that I say, hit the bell, subscribe, hit the bell, and anytime I've got new content, you'll be the first to know. I will remember it all. It's like muscle memory. It'll come back to me. I guess all that's left for me to say is thank you so much for joining me. And how are we going to buy this one? I don't know. So I guess all that's left for me to say is thank you so much for joining me, and goodbye, 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 goodbye. Goodbye is what I was trying to say there. Bye.